a drop step for your JL to help you get in and out, but you like the look of a running board, these Go Rhino Dominator Extreme D1 side step bars in texture black will be a great addition to your 2018 or newer 4-door JL Wrangler. These will be good for your JL's build if you or your passengers need the extra boost compared to the average side step, with a drop to help you get in and out of the Jeep, especially if it's lifted on larger tires or whatever else. It can make it more of a challenge. Now again, it is going to have more of that running board style design to it with the drop, and it's also going to have a rugged construction that we'll cover in just a minute. That's going to be great for the JL owner who wants sturdy protection and likes a more even surface on this outer bar to avoid any snags in off-road scenarios if you are taking your JL off-road. Speaking of that, while these will be durable, keep in mind that they will compromise some clearance on the sides, making this more for the light off-roader to the moderate off-roader who doesn't mind the drop that these offer. Thanks to this design, accessibility is now going to be a breeze for your JL. These have a roughly 5.5-inch wide stepping surface on top with a hexagonal dimpled pattern that will offer optimal traction underneath your shoe for whatever condition, snowy, rainy, sandy, whatever else. These will help you get in and keep your foot in place. Now this step also drops about 3.5 inches off of the pinch weld, which is a decent drop to provide that extra assistance when needed. Now what I think works out well for the off-road occasions is the even step. So if you do come down on an obstacle like a rock slider, you can slide right off of it fairly easily compared to a drop step that has that break in the middle. And these will even have a large tube up top for some protection to the rocker area and of course that clean and finished appearance. This step itself will be made of a tubed and plate steel construction, having the ability to hold their own and support up to 350 pounds. Now on top of the steps, we'll have a protective black powder coat finish for rust resistance and will match very well with other HD components. These will also have a direct bolt-on install and come with everything that you need out of the box to get these onto your JL, and we'll show you how to do that in just a minute. These will be a little bit pricier for side steps, about $600 for the pair. Now what I will say is that these will have a quality build and offer a good balance of better accessibility with the drop step and protection with the build compared to other options on the page may focus on one or the other. Now while you compromise a little clearance here, you are getting a lot in exchange, making it a great choice if you're looking to invest in a solid step for your JL. Install will be a pretty easy 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about 2 hours to get the job done with some basic hand tools. I would though recommend to have an extra hand on deck just to help you because these are tough to maneuver with their weight by yourself, so having an extra hand will be very helpful. Now at this point we can head over to our shop and check out a detailed breakdown of the install, so that is going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet, an 11mm wrench, an extension, a 5/16 Allen wrench and socket, and 11 and 13mm sockets. What's up guys? Today we're installing a set of side steps on our Wrangler, so let's get started. So first thing I did is lay out all of our brackets as well as the hardware that we're going to be using to mount them. You have a different bracket for the front, the center, and the rear, but they all install the same. The front and the rear are similar. However, on the front one, the hole is farther towards the back, and on the rear one, it's more centered in the middle. So we'll get underneath, we'll get our brackets installed.
So now we're ready to install our bracket. So we're gonna put this front side on the outside of the pinch weld here. And then we'll take our bolt with a flat washer and put that through the hole in our pinch weld. And then on the back, we'll do another flat washer, a lock washer, and a nut. And then we'll do that same thing on the other side of our pinch weld. And then we'll take the bigger bolt with a lock washer and a flat washer and put that up through the top into our factory threaded hole. And then we're going to take a 13mm socket. I've got an extension here to make it a little easier. And then we'll tighten that top bolt down first. And then we'll switch to an 11mm socket and 11mm wrench to tighten down our pinch weld bolts. And now you can repeat that exact same process for your other 2 brackets and the whole process on the other side.
So now we're ready to get our side step mounted up to our brackets. I've got our hardware laid out. We've got our Allen bolts with lock washers and flat washers. And then we have our brackets with our nuts that are welded to the bracket. That's what our bolts are gonna go into. So we need to slide these into the side step first, and then we can raise this up and get our bolts in place. So now on the back of our side step here, we have this gap that we're gonna use to slide our brackets in. So you're gonna want the nut side facing out. And we'll slide it in just like this. You're gonna have one going towards the back. We'll slide in one going towards the front. And then we'll get our last one into the center area here. You can slide these around once you go to mock it up so that you can get your exact fit. So now we're going to slide our bracket into place, and then we can grab our bolt with the lock washer and flat washer. And we're going to thread it through the hole in the bracket. Next, we can take a 5/16 Allen wrench to tighten these bolts down. Now you can repeat that same process for your other 2 brackets and the whole process on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Dominator Extreme D1 side step bars in textured black for your 2018 and newer Jeep Wrangler JL 4-door. Thank you for watching, and for all things Wrangler, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.